I said, yes, but I don't know how to do it. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal. You give me 3 weeks on your cheshbon, meaning I get out of work, and this is my assignment. I went to Sheikh Jarrah, which is the army, the police headquarters for the country near Harat Sofim. And there they have a professional library. And I'll study the material and see what I can do. So I went to the Sheikh Jarrah police, got a letter authorizing me to sit in the library. And there they had Coast Guard Rescue Service, Japanese, Swiss, Canadian, United States, Scotland Yard, all kinds of material on how to do with crowd control. And then I went to see the head chaplain, the head psychologist of Tzahal, and the head of Haga, and I created a series of lectures. I want you to know that for 10 years, 26 times a year, 3 hours each, I gave lectures in Ivrit, and part of the lecture was to get them to understand how people are at the time of a pigua. Like a machal or a bus goes off. How do you deal with people? How do you deal with it yourself and your own emotions? So to make it real to them, I would pick up a chair and throw it at the group. Now these are people all in Miloim, and I want you to know there's no fooling around, guys. So one guy said to me, and that did it. So I said, this is a good idea. So I did this.
I should put you involved.
In 10 years, I broke 8 chairs. I did. I broke 8 chairs. But they were popular lectures. And this was all in Ivrit.
Did you do it at the crowd? Or
I threw it at them. Yeah, one guy picked it up, one fell back. And then I did role model, Mishak Tafkidim. This was real serious, with slides and the whole business. So it was really a good set of lectures. And then when I got to be 50 years old, they said, the computer has sent you out. Oh, I got the rank. They wanted to give me a rank. So according to the Israeli law, because of the fact that I had been an officer in the American Army, and a captain, I should get the rank that I had. Well, they went suddenly to see the chief chaplain, Rabbi Gad Navon. And Gad Navon decided I was a Reform rabbi. Because he started a conversation with me about Peter and Paul and Mary, and a discussion about So I said, why are you criticizing me for knowing this stuff? You know it too. I said, how can you not know it? In Chutz La'aretz, you have to know this. Well, rabbis in Israel don't have to know this. I said, what should I do? Erase my knowledge? So anyway, so they felt bad about that. So they set me up for a fall. So the head of who was a full colonel, so he decided, he says, we'll give you a rank. So I became a second lieutenant. So I thought that was a joke, to be a second mishneh after being a serid. But I said, okay, so I decided I'm not coming in uniform. I'm not wearing a second lieutenant.